Hey everyone, I just want to talk to you about how I do my launch. This kind of was a trial and error thing. I always kind of struggled at the end of class to wrap things up and kids going to the door and all that stuff. I felt that the beginning of class was good with the social contract and sharing good things. It was kind of the end of class was kind of tricky for me to do the launch and pass out oiler drops and all that stuff. So one of the things I started doing was assigning jobs to kids. So I have some oiler droppers. I usually have 3 kids in each class. Be an oiler dropper, and another student be a rater. And this gives kids a chance to use the social contract to affirm one another and kind of wrap up with some positives. So the rater, I try to incorporate what we're working on in math class. So if we're working on decimals or mixed numbers, I try to give them a scale out of like from 0 to 2 using a mixed number or a decimal. And the one you're about to see, we just got done with negative numbers, so we'll have to use a negative number scale. But like for science, you could like have a rating out of noble gases, or social studies, you could do like longitude and latitude. You just got to kind of be creative with it. So check out my video and then we'll go from there. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Lovely. You can keep working on your stuff, but we got to do a couple things before it's time to go. Okay? First thing we need, Dominic, you are the rater for today. On a scale from -1 to -20, -1 is the best, -20 is the worst. How well did we do? What are you thinking? Hold on a second. -1 is the highest it could be. -20 is the lowest it could be.
-6.
All right. Okay, I knew someone was gonna say. All right. We got some other drop people. Gabe, who did you catch and what for off the social contract?
Nico for participating multiple times.
Wonderful. Who else you got?
And Andrew for doing his work well.
Anna for doing his work well. Next person I have is Kylie. Who you got and what for?
Jay because he participated in going up to the board.
Thank you.
And Connor because he participated and went up to the board.
Participated on the board. Thank you. Last one, Mackenzie. Who you got and what for? You are allowed to pick the same person because you were a spy, so you could pick, like you already had in your mind. So who did you have? And maybe it was a different reason. James doing her work and listening. And then what was the other one? Connor for going up to the board. Thanks for participating. All right. Thank you, oiler drop people. Thank you to our waiter for the day. The rest of the time is yours to get ready to. So, like I said, it's kind of taking trial and error, and it's still kind of evolving as I go. Sometimes I do it right at the end of class. Sometimes I do it at the end of the lesson time because I want the kids to work on their stuff. I think one of the things I struggle with is like, oh, the launch has to be the last thing. I don't feel like the launch has to be the last thing. It could be after I'm done with my lesson, and now it's time for them to work. And so we can honor those people who are following the social contract during the lesson, or you can do it at the very end of class. It's up to you. The thing you gotta kind of keep in mind is you gotta try to mix it up. In the beginning, I was really structured with it. Kids had to give their public displays of affirmation, if you will. And I tried to do that as much as possible just to kind of model it. Sometimes, though, I do have kids make their affirmation more private or individual. I'll say you have to go up to someone and give them a personal compliment, like look them in the eye and tell them they did a great job. You can also gamify it a little bit and like have secret spies, like we don't know who the oiler droppers are today, and then we'll reveal ourselves at the end and find out who did meet those expectations on the social contract with our spies. This has happened a few times where they just want to give it to their friends, and I think that's okay as long as they can give me some reasons why. So they always have to justify it. So as long as they give me a reason why, ultimately I have the final say of whether or not it was worthy. So if a kid was not actually doing what the friend said, but sometimes I do miss, like if a kid got their work done and then I thought they were off task the whole time. Like sometimes I miss those things. So it's kind of nice to have those students recognizing each other. If anyone has any questions or other ideas to make this better for me or each other, I would love to hear those. I'm always willing to look for ways to improve. Thanks.